welcome to this episode of the Mind Talk Show. My name is Lynn, a mental wellness coach. To let you know, September is usually a month that we keep awareness, or we give awareness on suicide and of course prevention. So it is a month of prevention and awareness of suicide. So you are there, you have a son, you have a daughter in secondary school, in high schools. What causes suicide in these children? What makes them have that idea of doing suicide? So if you're new here, make sure don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you've been here, you're returning to watch this video, thank you so much for the support. Continue supporting me and let us learn together. So September is an suicide awareness month. Do you know anything about suicide? Do you know why people have suicidal thoughts? Why people have suicidal minds? Why is it that you have sent your child to school and you don't know what they are doing? You don't know what is happening to them, and all of a sudden, boom, your son has committed suicide. What usually happens? Now, there are these university students' parents, who send the children to school without even pocket money. They think that they are older enough, they can go there and indulge in working while reading, and they leave them. They think that now they have finished their work. According to some studies done by one of the doctors, she wanted to know why university students, that is where suicide is, they have suicidal thoughts. What behaviors, what brings about suicidal thoughts in university students? And one of the key issues she found out is that parents send their children to school without anything. They just pay school fees and they are done. The way they survive there, they don't know. They have never visited. They don't know where they live. They don't know what they do. They don't know where they sleep and such like stuff. So parents, it's an wake-up call that when you send your child to the university, as much as you have other siblings you want to take care of, you need also to do a follow-up. You go there, you see where your child is sleeping, how they are eating. If they ask you for money, these students, one of the key issues that was raised is that they don't want to disturb their parents because they know they have other responsibilities. Maybe this is the firstborn in your family, and you think having that he's gone to university, that is the end of it, the end of him and you as per provision and all that. But we are doing a wrong thing, by the way. That is where the major problem was. So in today's video, I want us to look at suicidal risk factors. There are so much risk factors that is happening to these children or to people who want to commit suicide. There are risk factors. I want also to look at the cause. What causes suicide among our peers, among our children? This is what I want us to look at. So the topic is, for those people who are following me, the topic is understanding suicide in the youth. And specifically, I want to narrow down to age 15 to 19. These are the much people who get suicide or suicidal thoughts. So suicide is an intentional self-harm. You want to take away your life, and this has to end up in death. Yes, that is suicide. It's just intentional. You have seen something, you've been going through something, and you want to end it. You want to end it here and now. So among children between the age of 15 to 19 years, suicide is the second leading cause of death. This is what I want you to understand. This is according to Center for Disease Control and Prevention. So this age category is very, very tricky. It's very sensitive. So anything that happens to these children at this particular time, the first thing is to commit suicide. This is what comes to their mind. So suicidal thoughts and behaviors are the greatest predators of suicide. So before someone commits suicide, the real suicide, they should have the mind, the thoughts, so suicidal thoughts. And of course, there is this behavior. You will see some certain behaviors that can lead to suicide. So keep on watching, even when they are at school. Keep on calling them, know what is happening, have their best friends phone numbers, so that you can keep on tracking what they are doing and what is happening to them. Don't just leave them. They are older, they can work on themselves, they can do this and that. No, they are still your children, and you need to partake in everything they do. Now, what causes suicide among this age? There is no single cause of suicide at this particular point. There is no single narrowed down cause for suicide, but many people go through stressful moments. Like now, we are going through a very hard economic times, and many people are stressed. Many people don't have money. Many people are fighting left, right, center. They are going through a lot of stress. This can be the cause of suicide. Many people are going through anxiety, these mental illnesses. If you have any mental illness, especially depression, if you're going through depression, because many people who are going through depression, they end up committing suicide. You know why? Because they think they are not doing anything. They are being pressured. They are going through depression. They are the only one who are going through this situation and all that. And remember, having that we are going through a very hard economic time right now, many people are going this road. They want to take away their lives. If you go and ask people, they will tell you, me, I want to take away my life because I can't see anything out of it. I can't provide. I had a job, maybe I lost the job, I did this and that, and therefore I want to take away my life. So anxiety, depression, those mental illnesses can make someone commit suicide. So there could be an underlying issue. Okay? People go through traumatic events, traumatic situations that they cannot control. People lose their loved ones. People lose jobs. All these are causes of suicidal thoughts or suicide. So there is no specific cause, but if you're going through all this, it can make you end up committing suicide. Now, I want us to look at the suicide risk factors, whereby mental illness is one of the key risk factor. If you're going through mental illness, if you're going through depression, you're going through anxiety, you're going through these mental illnesses, you are likely to commit suicide. It's not all the time, but you're likely. The possibility is high. Drug and alcohol abuse, those people who are abusing drugs, sometimes that drug or alcohol can lead you into suicide. It tells you have to end this now. You're going through, you're suffering, you're going through a lot, you have to end this now. And you may end your life just like that. Yes. So these people who are taking alcohol, they might end their life in that manner. There is also access to guns. There are those people who take away their lives by shooting themselves, so they have access to guns. In Kenya, I think mostly are police people or those people who are in defense, whatever, in defense forces and all that. Little is known about those people who have their self, care arm. But for the police, we have had cases whereby someone killed their children and also they killed themselves through the guns. So this is possible. There is also prolonged stress. I've talked about those mental illnesses. If there is a suicidal member in the family, or someone who attempted to do suicide, or this particular person who has committed suicide tried to attempt sometimes back, they will do it again. Childhood abuse, neglect, trauma, this can cause people go through or take away their own lives. You are a little child, charming, playing, and someone raped you. This one goes to you, it kills you internally. So you find there is no need of you, surviving. You may take away your own life. So these are the risk factors. We need to observe these risk factors. But now, there are warning signs that when you see them, you will know that this person wants to commit suicide. Number one, sudden change of behavior. If someone was behaving normally, but now they are behaving abnormally, they don't know, they are neither here nor here. Try to find out what's happening. They could be going through stressful moments. They could be going through a very rough time in their life. They could have lost their loved ones. They could have lost their, their relationship, all these, or jobs. Try to find out what's happening. If you see someone behaving weird, just watch out. Especially our children. If the teachers notice that somebody is behaving weird, try to find out what is happening, especially those who are in a boarding school. Even university level, your friends can come and be of rescue when you are behaving in a certain manner. Cutting off contacts, cutting off friends. You had friends, you had contacts of many people, but now you don't want to see them. There is a problem. There is a problem. Change of behavior can lead people into knowing that you want to commit suicide. Loss of interest and activities that you used to enjoy. You used to enjoy swimming, right now you don't want. You used to enjoy a walk, right now you don't want. You want to be left alone. You want to isolate yourself. You are so irritable. You're irritated by something little, you're just irritated. You have outbursts of almost everything. You are likely to commit suicide. Increased use of drugs. The dosage that you used to use in terms of drug, you have increased. Watch out. Sleeping or no sleep at all. These people may want to sleep a lot, or they may want not to sleep at all. They don't want to sleep because they are planning. Change of appetite is also another thing that can happen to these people. You are preoccupied by death. Anything that you're thinking about in your mind is death. You want to take away your life. And you find these people doing a lot of research on what can kill them faster. You find them having even medicine. So in the house, you have to tame your medicine. You have to put your medicine in the correct manner. So I want to teach you management. If you see all these things that I've named, we can have all day long to discuss about suicide and suicidal thoughts. But I want to teach you on how, when someone is behaving in an abnormal manner, what can you do? What are you supposed to do? How do you help them? Talk about mental health and suicide. This is a must, because communication is power. Communication is, you are empowering that person. Talk about these things. Tell them there is this thing. Let them ask questions. Okay? Answer the questions. Because they will have asked a lot of questions. I'm depressed. I want to take away my life. So what? What do I do? Answer them. Tell them what you have in mind at that particular point. And let these communications be an ongoing thing. Not something you say today. Like, for example, your children have come home for a long holiday or a holiday. Talk about them. Talk about these issues. Talk about these mental illnesses. Talk about these mental issues. Talk openly, without judging, without stigmatizing. Because what is happening to us is stigmatization. Even people they know they want to commit suicide, but they cannot reveal. They cannot talk to the next person who can be of help to them. You know why? Because they think if they tell you, you will stigmatize them. You will label them. These are people who kill themselves. This is the family of killers. This is the family of this and that. So keep the conversation going. Keep the conversation going. Pay attention. If your child has come and told, especially to teenagers, if your child has come and told you, Daddy, Mommy, there is something that is happening to me, pay attention. Yes, listen to them. Because many a times parents, I've told you this more than one times, that parents, we want to listen. We want to be listened to. But we don't give these people, these young ones, a chance to talk to us. And this is where we are making a greatest mistake. We should be able to listen to these children and of course pay attention. Because there has to be something, or you can miss something very small because of your carelessness, because of your stupidity, and you lose your son, you lose your daughter because of your carelessness. You don't pay attention. You don't want to listen to them. Someone has come and told you, there's someone who is bullying me at school, or they are doing lesbian, or they are doing, sorry to use those terms, they are doing lesbian, but these are things that are happening. They are doing lesbian, or they are homosexual. They are practicing. They want to introduce me into it. And for you, instead of paying attention and reasoning out what this child has said, you're like, okay, oh, it happened to you. That is quite unfortunate. That is the answer you're giving your child. It is wrong. Discourage too much alone time. Don't give these people alone time. You have seen behaviors of this person. You know they are going to commit suicide. You know, you've seen the behaviors, the behavior change. You know the risk factors, and you're giving them room to stay alone. Why? You shouldn't encourage that alone time. Keep on talking to these people, keep on encouraging them, keep on if the worst has come to the worst test, you don't know what to do anymore, give them out to the professionals who can be able to talk to them. Give them out to therapists who can be counselors, who can be able to, or psychologists who can be able to help them. Don't let your child die, and don't give up on your child. Yes, as much as they are drunkard, as much as they are doing their worst, it could be a season they are passing through, and they are going to mend it, through your help. Monitor and talk about social media use. This is where they can get information about suicide. Remember, you can Google on how to kill yourself, and you have the points. How do you kill yourself faster? If you have found your child was chatting or was going in that manner, talk about it. Talk about media use. Don't deny them, but limit the number of times or the number of hours they are using the gadgets. Encourage a healthy lifestyle. Let these children know that they can do exercises, they can work on their body to be fit. Yes, encourage this good lifestyle. Eating time should be perfect, and also working out. Support their treatment plan. In case it's a person who is going through suicidal thoughts, support their treatment plan. Whatever the psychologist has told you, or therapist, that this is what we are going to follow it to the letter, so that you can help your child. So for those people who are going through a lot of thoughts about suicide and all that, they are Googling, they are doing this and that, and as for parents, you are putting your medication just around there, and you have a teenager in the house, and they have shown you these behaviors of taking away their own lives, and you're just seated there. They will take the overdose of this medication and they will die. This is suicide we are talking about. So try to monitor these people. Try to know what is happening to them. Don't let them just like that. Try to prevent suicide from these people. The risk factors are known, and you can practice. Yeah. Don't let your children have suicide or kill themselves through suicide, because there is something. You have seen the risk factors, you have seen the warning signs that these people, they might take away their own lives, and you're just seated there. So this is the information that I had for today. If this message was good to you, give a thumbs up, and keep on praying for our children. Suicide is one of the worst things that can happen to our children. So I hope you understood the message. I hope it is going to help you, especially this month of suicide awareness, this month of September. Let's keep on the talk. Let's keep on the talk. Let's talk. Let's go talk about it, so that we can help many people, this generation and the generation to come. This is what I had for today from your host. It's a bye-bye. Thank you, guys.